means is all of us got to use our full 18 billion brain cells and come to work to get everybody else so they can have work if they want.
You know, your foundation, the Mark Victor Hansen Foundation, does so much for poor people. On the event last night, your group, myself included, we talked about it this afternoon at lunch, what a gift it was to us. I mean,
talk about that.
Well, you know, you do things for other people, and you think you're doing it and you're sacrificing to help other people. But the feeling that you get by seeing, we saw a baby that was, what, 5 weeks old? 5 weeks old and homeless. Can you imagine that?
We went out and videotaped her because no 5-week-old should have to sleep on a concrete floor with no blanket and nobody to love and hold and not have breast milk. I mean, soy milk isn't bad. I'm not putting that down, or goat's milk or any of that stuff. I don't happen to like Similac or Prozac. Prozac. I don't like that either.
Prozac for babies.
Yeah. But, you know, the baby just, you know, comes in, and until you're 13 years old, you've got to be at least totally dependent. And we had kids there, you know, 18, 19 that were, you know, so they come in tough because they know the world's tough on them. And then, you know, like Ross handed all of them a teddy bear, and a 15-year-old that was tough and rough, and I can handle the streets, and I'm big and strong, and then Ross comes in, and Ross is big and tough and really strong, but when you're really strong, you can be really vulnerable. And this kid saw his vulnerability and immediately broke down and cried and took the teddy bear.
Well, there was a lot of tears in that room last night. And
today.
And today. And when we were reviewing it today, I think everybody who got up and spoke about what it meant to them was emotional about it. And I mentioned that the night before the party, we had to wrap literally hundreds.
Tell them how much you like rapping.
Well, for years, I have not been able to wrap the one little jewelry I give to my wife on Christmas. I get my daughter to do it. I have it done at the department store. I hate wrapping. I had such a great time with my fellow Mark Victor Hansen people wrapping gifts. We were putting love into each package as we were wrapping them.
That's right.
We had paper cuts. We were laughing the whole time. We had such a good... I can't remember a night that I enjoyed so much as the night before, because we were putting love into those packages. We knew people who were disadvantaged, kids who had nothing, were going to get them. And
that's why spiritual law says give and then receive. Most people want to receive, 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 and then they want to receive more. And that's not where your heart is. That's not where, at a higher level than heart, that's not where your soul is, because you're not one body or two bodies. You're your physical body, but your etheric body, which animates your personality and lives forever, and which is eternal. And it's only in the giving that you actualize, and, you know, to use high spiritual terms, you become a self-master, and then you start to give at a really extraordinary level.
We're speaking with Mark Victor Hansen, a prolific author, but more importantly, an extraordinary human being. And you wrote so many books. How many was it that you said before?
305, I said.
305. I'm catching up.
I just wrote another one, and we just finished it, so we're up to 305.
All right, we're going to talk about it when we come back from the break. But the most important book I think you ever wrote was The Miracle of Tithing.
I'll talk to that.
I read about that. I read that book years ago. I recently picked it up again after I became involved with you again, and it truly is an important book. I think you give it away for free, don't you?
Anyone can go to markvictorhansen.com. We'll download it for free, because what happens is that we're in a time that we got a lot of people with a lot of money, and they're constipated because they're afraid they'll lose their money.
All right. We have a very, very special show. We're in Irvine, California.